Your opponent thinks they are safe, but they have absolutely no idea that a legendary executioner is hiding in their position. Today we are looking at the Max Lange's mate, one of the most aesthetic and brutal mating patterns in the history of the royal game. This isn't just a standard puzzle. This is a masterclass on how to coordinate your pieces to strip away the enemy king's protection. If you want to turn your average games into highlight reel material, you need to see exactly how these pieces interact to force a finish that leaves your opponent speechless. Let's dive into the board. We start with the electrifying bishop g8 check. Look at the geometry here. White is utilizing the bishop on c4 to control the crucial a2 g8 diagonal, while the queen on e8 provides the heavy artillery. By delivering this check, white isn't just attacking. They are forcefully rerouting the black king. It's a beautiful geometric trap. When you play this, you are forcing black to commit to a square that aligns perfectly for the follow-up. Always look for these forcing sequences where your minor pieces dictate the flow of the game. It is aggressive, it is calculated, and most importantly, it is completely crushing. Black has no choice but to respond to the threat, and that's exactly what we want. We are orchestrating the chaos, moving the king exactly where we want him to be. Think of this as clearing the path for the final blow. Many players miss this because they get too focused on the queen, but remember, the bishop is the unsung hero that makes this entire sequence possible. Black is forced into the corner with king h8. This move is essentially the end of the line for black, even if they don't realize it yet. The coordination between the queen and the bishop has effectively trapped the king in a metaphorical prison. At this stage, white is completely in control, having dictated the tempo of the game since the very first move. Notice how the pawn structure and the positioning of the white pieces prevent any potential counterplay or escape routes. It is clinical. In high-level chess, forcing your opponent to play moves they don't want to play is the highest form of skill. By pushing the king to the corner, white has minimized the defensive resources and maximized the attacking potential of their own pieces. This is pure, unadulterated board dominance. You have to love the simplicity here, no complex tactics, just a clear logical progression toward a forced checkmate. It's a reminder that even in seemingly open positions, a few precise moves can collapse a king's defense entirely. Now comes the absolute beauty of the Max Lange pattern with bishop f7 check. This is not just a check, it is a tactical masterpiece. By moving the bishop to this square, white is simultaneously applying pressure and blocking the king's path to escape. This specific sequence demonstrates how the queen and bishop work in tandem like a well-oiled machine. It's almost unfair. If you are ever in an endgame where you have a queen and a bishop against a lone king, keep this pattern in mind. It is the gold standard for efficiency. The bishop essentially acts as a shield, shielding the queen from being harassed while ensuring the king has nowhere to run. It's a brilliant display of piece harmony. Most amateurs would look for a complex fork or a pin, but the grandmaster looks for the mating net. The elegance of bishop f7 is that it leaves black with only one legal move, making the final execution inevitable. This is the difference between playing chess and playing beautiful chess. The king is forced to h7, and the trap is officially sprung. Look at the board state now. The king is essentially paralyzed. With the queen on e8 and the bishop on f7, white has created a suffocating environment for black. The king is trapped by his own pawns and the relentless pressure from white. This is where you really see the frustration of the opponent setting in. They feel the walls closing in, and they realize there is no defense. From a strategic perspective, this is the reward for the initial setup. White has maximized piece activity, while keeping the coordination perfect. Every square the black king tries to occupy is covered. It's a textbook demonstration of the mating net concept. If you have been looking for ways to improve your endgame technique, study this position. It teaches you that you don't always need a material advantage to deliver a checkmate. You just need better piece positioning and a clear understanding of your opponent's limitations. This is a masterclass in spatial dominance. And the curtain falls with queen g8 checkmate. The coordination is perfect, the execution is flawless, and the game is over. This is exactly what the Max Lange's mate is all about: total unstoppable control of the board. The queen delivers the final blow, supported by the bishop, while the king is stuck, unable to flee or capture. It is a stunning display of tactical efficiency that every player should keep in their mental library. When you see this pattern in your own games, it feels like everything just clicks into place. It's the ultimate payoff for careful calculation and sound piece placement. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown of one of the most famous patterns in chess. Remember, it's not about the strength of a single piece, but how they all work together to achieve the final checkmate. Practice these patterns, apply them in your games, and you will see your tactical rating skyrocket. It is all about pattern recognition and putting in the work to see the board more clearly every single time you sit down to play. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Chess 64 Elite Academy right now for more elite chess content.